Namaskaram friends. Let's see 66th Divya Desam today. The Divya Desam name is Tiruvitvakodu. This is located in Kerala state, the beautiful state of our neighboring and it's our neighboring state of Tamil Nadu. It's called as God's own country, correct? Tiruvitvakodu is located very near to the previous Divya Desam that I spoke, Tirunavai. And as I said, there are 12 Divya Desams that we are going to see from Kerala state, and this is the second one. Tiruvitvakodu again is located in the banks of Bharatapuzha, very similar to Tirunavai. People say that it takes around only 1 hour from Tirunavai to Tiruvitvakodu. And if we ask for Tiruvitvakodu in Kerala, nobody can recognize it, it seems. They call it as Tirumachakkodu. So here Lord Narayana gives darshan for the King Ambarishwar. Let's see the details, the legendary of this temple. King Ambarishwar has a policy that he never takes anything from anyone. He never asks for any worldly pleasures or desires or any material, anything from anyone. That is his policy. But he gives. And he also has a policy that he asks only one person, one God, that is Lord Narayana. He is a very staunch devotee of Lord Narayana. He requests only Lord Narayana that to shower his love and affection towards him and nothing else. Lord Narayana wants to test his bhakti. He takes the disguise of Indran, and he comes in an Airavatam elephant. Airavatam is Indran's elephant, no? He comes in that, and he tells Ambarisha king that he can ask for any boon and he can grant him anything. Ambarisha doesn't know that it is Lord Narayana. He is Lord Narayana who comes as Indran, and he said that he never gets anything from anyone, and so he doesn't want anything. Lord Narayana in the form of Indran insisted again, but still he said no. And then later he took his own original form and he gives beautiful darshan to Ambarisha, and then Ambarisha surrendered to Lord Narayana as the legend of this story. Here Lord Narayana gives darshan in standing posture facing towards south. Tayar name is Tiruvitvakodu Tayar, Tiruvitvakodu Valli Nachiyar. And as I said, Tirunavai is the only temple where we can see a separate shrine. The other significance of this temple is here we can find the shrine for Lord Shiva. Let's see the details about it. There was one devotee who came all the way from north side, Kasi, to visit temples in the south side. And in this temple, Tiruvitvakodu, he placed his umbrella in the Jodhastambam, we say, and then he went to took bath. Once he came back, he tried to take his umbrella back, but he couldn't lift that umbrella. And then Lord Shiva gave the darshan, and he tells his devotee that even if devotee leaves him, he can't leave the devotee. So that's why we can see a shrine here for Lord Shiva also. Kulasekara Alvar, he has sung pasurams, 10 pasurams for Lord Narayana here. He says that even we think that he is making us suffer, we still surrender to him, and then so that he will take care of all our pains. And also he says in his pasurams that any pain or sufferings that we undergo, we shouldn't worry about it. We should be so confident and we should trust Lord Narayana that all these are all his actions. So if we think and pray for him and take all the sufferings and pains in a matured way, that and surrender to Lord Narayana, he will take care as what his Pasaram says. So that's the detail I want to give about Tiruvitvakodu, located in Kerala near Bharatapuzha river. The Tirtham name is Chakra Tirtham. The Vimanam name is Vipakanchana Vimanam. As I said, Vitvakotavalli is a Tayar's name and Padmapani Tayar is the other name. So here Vasudevan, Aniruddhan, Pradyumnan, Shankarakshan are the 4 different deities we can see, and the belief is that Dharman, Arjunan, Bhiman and Nakulan did the penance and did the prayers to get the darshan of Narayanan. So that's why we can see 4 different deities in this temple. So these are some details. Another, before I close this session, I want to tell the benefits of water that we drink. I learned this in recent times. We know the water is very key source for our life, yes, because our body has around 72% of water content in us, and the earth is also 70% of water. So water is very sacha, and it is one of the Panchabhutams also. So we need to treat it with so much respect, water, and we have to treat it with so auspicious. So could you see something in this video session while I am talking? It's nothing. I want to just tell about the water, how auspicious we have to consider the water. In our olden times, we can see our grandma's home, they store water in the brass vessels, correct? Because it is a coolant metal and it has a good power for the water storage. The other thing is, we should not drink the running water from any source as it is, because water has memory. I learned that, and it carries different memories as it comes along. So we should not drink the running water. We should store it. That's why in the earlier, as I said, in our grandma's home and all, they store it very auspiciously in a brass vessel with some flowers and everything on it, right? So likewise, for here it is very tough to get brass, so I stored it in glass. I learned that even glass is good, so only plastic is not good. And also ensure that we are not drinking the running water. And this is my small water table where I've kept the deity Lord Ganesha, believing that he makes the water a good source of drinking source for us. So thank you all, friends. Namaskaram. Let's meet in the next session with the next Divya Desam details. Thank you all. Namaskar.